2021, what's going on? Let me tell you. I got to tell y'all about my experience at this main post office here in Baltimore, Maryland today, and how it took an act of Congress for me to mail one letter. So, I get to the main post office today, and I'm expecting to be in and out. Wasn't busy. Had a small line, wasn't busy. Got to the front door, and they have two self-service checkouts. So all I had to do was mail a letter, wait a letter, print out a stamp, pay for the stamp, and put it in a slot, mail slot. Boom. Got to the first self-service machine near the front door, and there was a lady fumbling around there. And I stayed there and waited for her to, finish her transaction. And I asked, what was it working for her? And she said no. So we asked the clerk, um, who was nearby, did they have another self-service machine, or was there a way she could help us? And she said yes. There was another self-service machine towards the back. So we both walked towards the back. I let the lady go ahead of me since she was at the first machine before me. So I'm standing behind her. The machine works for her. Then I get to the machine, and the machine does not work for me. It charges me for two stamps and gives me a receipt, but no stamps. So at this point, I'm pissed. I need to get back to work. And I'm like, and at this point, while we're standing at this self-service machine, the line has grown for the regular mail clerk. So I go stand in line. Trust me, this story goes somewhere. I stand in line, get all the way to the clerk, and let her know my predicament that I paid for two stamps. I just got a receipt, and the machine didn't give me any stamps. So she tells me that I need to speak with a supervisor. And the supervisor, so she goes to the back to look for the supervisor. She's gone for 5 to 10 minutes and comes back and says, "Oh, the supervisor is busy. She's over in the next station, a few feet away, helping some people with passports." So I went over there. She was helping another client, so I waited for her to help that person. And then she acknowledged me, and she told me to go back to the first clerk and fill out some type of form 3753 or something of that nature. So I went back to the other lady, and at this point, I've been at the post office for at least 45 minutes, and have not gotten anything done. So I told the lady at this point, I'm not worried about the refund. I just need to get this letter mailed, get a stamp on it, and get it mailed. She said, "Well, we still need you to fill out the form for record keeping purposes." So I said, "Okay." So she gave me the form. As I was putting pen to paper, the fire alarm rings. I said, "You got to be kidding me." So now everybody's running around talking about, is it a real emergency? They put us all out of this damn post office. So we all standing outside in the cold. And then we went back, and they told us we could all get back, if whoever we were in line or whoever was being waited on, go back to where you were once the fire alarm was finished, and it's safe to go back in. So I said, okay. After the fire alarm was off, they let everybody back in. I go to fill out the form. The fire alarm rings again. And at this point, I said, "Man, please just put a stamp on this letter and get this letter out of here. Please, please let me out of this building." At this point, I called an Uber, and I was done. I said it took an act of Congress to get this letter mailed 2021. We got to do better.